Here's the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold6 and Flip 6, and this is what's new. The Z Flip 6 is now a complete flagship, with its display sporting a 2600 nit peak brightness and its wide-angle camera finally upgraded to a 50 megapixel sensor alongside boosts to RAM and battery. So essentially you're looking at a Samsung Galaxy S24 that's foldable. The outer display is 3.4 inches at 60Hz, while the inner one is a Full HD Plus 6.7 inch 120Hz dynamic AMOLED 2X panel. What I like is the symmetry of the display more than anything, and to Samsung the key users of the Flip 6 are actually the Gen Z/younger generation. That's why the Flip 6 has social media centric features like auto framing, which I think could help out when making vlogs, which basically adjusts to where you're moving. Other than that, one big difference is the matte design for the body of the smartphone, which I think is a welcome change. There's plenty of AI features baked into the Flip 6, but I think the overall story of Galaxy AI is better told with the Fold 6. Design-wise, not much has changed from the predecessor, except for the outer display, which is now 6.3 inches as opposed to 6.2 inches, still HD plus 120Hz, while the inner one is 7.6 inches QHD plus 120Hz. This makes the form factor of the phone a bit less tall and more usable with one hand, and what's more impressive is that the phone is only 7 grams heavier than a Galaxy S24 Ultra. But even though I had limited time with this hands-on, I would improve the 4400 mAh battery on the Fold 6. I wish it was bigger, and I wish it had a more flagship camera like the Galaxy S24 Ultra, but unfortunately none of these things make it to the Fold 6 this year. Being AI-focused smartphones, it's no surprise that either of these are packed when it comes to internals. Up to 12GB of RAM on both phones with 1TB of storage on the Fold 6 and 512GB tops on the Flip 6. Both are also powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, which does the heavy lifting on Android 14, One UI 6.1.1. And that obviously helps with powering the Galaxy AI experience. Now, I know Galaxy AI isn't new in particular, but there are a few new features up the Flip 6 and Fold 6's sleeve. First up, there's sketch-to-image AI, which literally takes whatever you've drawn on the smartphone and turns it into a masterpiece almost instantly, which is incredible for artists and really bridges the gap between those trying to learn and those who are professionals. Next, there's a similar feature but for pictures, and that too is incredible in my opinion, and the way it manages to keep the objects it adds quite realistic in the photo is really impressive, and I don't know how long this will be free on Samsung smartphones, to be honest. Given the large display, another neat feature is transcription of audio while simultaneously taking notes, which also leverages the S Pen just like in the other features, and this is something I'm sure heavy users will appreciate. And last but not least is interpretation, using the outer display of the smartphone, which makes conversations flow a bit more naturally when you need translation on the go. These AI features are available on both the Flip 6 and the Fold 6 at launch, but I wouldn't be surprised to see these coming as an upgrade to the Galaxy S24 lineup very shortly as well on One UI 6.1.1. And these aside, the foldables from Samsung are incremental upgrades that fine-tune the experience and perhaps are upgrades for really those who are on a third generation Samsung Fold. That's all for this one. Thanks for watching, and do let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and make sure to tell me what you want me to cover next. This was Vaibhav, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios!